Greetings, dear listeners. Sit back, relax, and let me tell you a story that might feel like your own. My name is Miller. I have a brother named Victor. He is older than me. For 6 long years, Victor was not my brother. He felt like a stranger. This is the story of how one sad event brought us back together again. When we were young boys, Victor and I were best friends. We did everything together. We lived in a small, happy house with our mother and father. Life felt good. We played games in the yard. We shared secrets and dreams. He was my hero. Then, when we became young men, our father died. He was a good man. He was not rich. He left a small amount of money for Victor and me. That small amount of money became a big problem. It broke our family apart quickly. We had a terrible fight about the money. Our friendship broke. Our words turned cruel. I wanted the money for school. Victor wanted to start a new shop instead. He had a dream. We both thought we were right. We did not listen. We argued for many days. Our voices grew loud and angry. We said terrible things. He called me selfish. I called him a fool. The words were sharp like stones. Those words built a high wall between us. For 6 years, I lost my brother. We lived in the same city, but it felt like we lived in different worlds. Those 6 years were quiet and lonely. I studied hard. I finished my education. I got a job. My life was fine, but something was always missing inside. My brother was missing. I missed him very much, especially on birthdays and holidays, but my pride was strong. I never called him. He never called me. One day, while I was at work, my phone rang. It was my aunt. Her voice shook with fear. She said, "Miller, your mother is in the hospital. She fell. She is very sick. You need to come now." My world stopped. A terrible fear filled my heart. I left my job immediately and ran outside. I drove to the hospital very fast. My hands shook on the steering wheel. The hospital smelled clean but sad. Every step I took was heavy with fear. I walked to room number 304. Then I saw him. Victor was standing outside. He stood there, looking at the floor. He looked older than I remembered before. He had new lines on his face from worry. He looked very tired and very sad. He lifted his eyes and saw me standing there. His face turned hard and cold again. The old anger was still in his eyes. The air between us felt heavy and cold. We stood there in the quiet hallway. We said nothing. We were strangers, tied by our mother. We went into the room together. Our mother was sleeping in the bed, small and weak. There were many tubes and machines around her bed. Seeing her like that hurt my heart. It was painful to see our strong mother lying there, looking helpless and so very fragile. A doctor entered the room. He looked at us and said, "I am Dr. Collins. Your mother is very sick. We need to talk about her care. Important choices must be made." We had to work together for her. For the next days, we stayed at the hospital. We sat in the same small room for hours. We never spoke about our long fight. The silence was heavy. It was full of 6 years of anger, pride, and sadness. But small things began to change. One morning, Victor went out and came back with coffee. He gave me a cup. He said nothing. The next day, I brought sandwiches for us. We took turns sitting with our mother. We were a team again, but still a silent team. I watched Victor when he did not know. He held her hand very gently for hours. He spoke to her softly, even when she was sleeping. He told her simple stories about his day. I saw his love for her. I saw he was a good man, my brother. I looked at our mother's pale face. I thought about our family and our foolish fight. The money was gone. It did not matter anymore. But our family was still here. Our fight seemed so small now. Money comes and goes, but family is forever, always and always. One night, we waited in the hallway for news. The place was quiet, long, and empty. I looked at Victor. My heart ached for our 6 lost years. I could not stay silent. I took a deep breath and spoke. I said, "Victor." He lifted his eyes to me. His eyes were full of regret and pain. I said, "I am sorry. I was wrong. I was selfish about the money. I am sorry for the terrible things I said." Tears filled his eyes. He said, "No, I am sorry too. I was proud. I was stupid. The money was nothing. I lost my brother. I missed you, Miller." We talked for a long time in that hospital hallway. We talked about the past 6 years. We talked about our loneliness. We talked about our regrets. We forgave each other. Then he opened his arms. I hugged my brother for the first time in 6 years. We both cried. It was a hug of forgiveness. It was a hug of love. We were brothers again. Our mother got better. A few weeks later, she came home from the hospital. She was so happy to see us together again. Her smile was the best gift in the world. Her sickness was a terrible thing. But it was also a gift. It was a sad, painful gift. It brought her sons back together. It fixed our broken family. We learned a very hard lesson. Pride can build a very high wall between people, but love and forgiveness can always break that wall down. Thank you for listening. The story ends here, but many more are waiting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends.